Well, Pat, I can tell you I spoke to one of those people that had to wait in that long line and was so frustrated because he said it felt so counterproductive to be out in all this smoke. But you talked about the water and the amount that's being dropped on it. I want to show you this really unique perspective that we have been seeing as this wind shifts and brings that smoke right here directly toward us. We've been kind of seeing it move around the area here as this water machine has been trying to get out any of those hot spots. Obviously, this has been smoldering for quite some time now, and we've been watching people walk around trying to monitor where this is coming from, but you really get a feel for what these firefighters are up against. It is a lot of material. It is a ginormous building. We're talking stories high, and so much unknown right now as to what is going on the other side of this facility, but then also just how much longer it's going to take for this to get put out. Of course, as I mentioned, I've been talking to residents who live directly in this area who are just so frustrated. So many are demanding more transparency about that air quality and the concerns from AQMD, calling for a report of what was inside the facility at the time that this started burning. And they want a report of what things are looking like right now. Just, again, calling for that clearer picture as to what exactly is happening. You mentioned that distribution center. We want to talk about numbers here. So we know this is such an immensely populated area here in Boyle Heights. So many people impacted. They've given out 23,000 masks and 5,000 air purifiers. We know that is just scratching the surface of the number of people directly impacted, but people lining up to get those materials from several of those centers to help those in the immediate area. But again, many I spoke to just said they're frustrated that this is the process they're having to adhere to. They go inside, they're being told to turn their AC off, to shut their windows so it's hot. So many things right now that they say they feel really abandoned by officials as crews, of course, work to continue trying to put this fire out. The council member representing the district, though, really echoing those concerns and making these demands today.
And Lineage has now said publicly that it believes the fire started on the roof while subcontractors were servicing that. That may be their statement, but that cannot be the final word. Residents deserve an independent investigation into what was working there and what work was being done and who was responsible for that equipment and whether any safety or oversight failures contributed to this disaster.
So we heard from those doctors today that are monitoring this air quality. They're telling people to download the South Coast Air Quality Management app to make sure that they are aware of the changing scenarios here, because as I mentioned when we came to you live first at the top of this hit, the smoke was directly blowing at us here. Now that smoke has kind of moved up and over us, so it's changing rapidly. But imagine being a homeowner here that has to continue going to work, has to continue paying rent. We've seen some animals outside, and I can tell you, Pat, that's really been the heartbreaking part, is a lot of these people have nowhere to go, and so they're having to just continue their everyday lives while waiting for word as to when this is going to get better. So of course we'll be here all night talking to them and bringing you those updates. For now, though, we'll send things back to you.
Thanks so much, Hunter. There are a lot of them facing the unknown right now. Okay, we're going to get some more information from our next weather meteorologist, Danny Roberti. And Danny, you will have a look at the air quality and conditions in the area. That we do know. Thank you so much, Danny, and I'm sure our viewers appreciate that as well. And developing news now, LA Unified School Superintendent Alberto Carvalho announces he's stepping down. In a letter to the district, he says, in part, Placing students first has always guided my work because I believe our schools must remain focused on students and learning without distraction. I am resigning as superintendent of LAUSD. Now, the FBI raided Carvalho's properties back in February after a months-long investigation. The focus is still unclear, but Carvalho's attorneys deny any wrongdoing. The superintendent signed a 4-year contract for a second term. Employment attorneys tell us California law only allows superintendents a maximum of 12 months severance if he is fired without cause.
If you quit under the terms of his agreement, you're not entitled to anything because that's a voluntary resignation, not an involuntary termination.
Now, we have made a public records request to get details of Carvalho's exit plan and whether he is getting severance. The district has 10 days to respond. An update tonight to the deadly shooting of a family dog by an LAPD officer. And tonight, the SPCA is weighing in. CBS LA assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk. Mike, tonight, the agency is offering to train the officers in that division on how to handle dogs during a call.
Yeah, you know, Pat, tonight they put out a press release saying they condemn the actions of that officer that shot and killed that dog during a Knicks celebration.